Hi, how are you? Hey, girl. I was outside. I sat out there for a good 5 minutes. It's just too cold. I don't know what's going on with this weather. It's just too cold. Oh, thank you. I feel fine. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you? Over 100? It feels like it's 50 and the wind is blowing. And every person you see walking, they got on a coat and a skull cap. It's been like that for like a week or so or longer. Mm-hmm. It's cold. Oh, they do? I say that too. I be saying that too. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Taha. Oh, Teha, how are you? What's going on? I know a lot of people. Thank you, Sarah. You be home next month? Yep, it's almost time to end, boy. In the next couple more weeks. I was freezing. How is it now? Stuff hot. No way. I'm drinking coffee, girl. I can't tell the last time I had some egg, a long time. I used to like it. And you read the ingredients, you like, I finally bought a dozen of eggs. They went down to $2.99 because I'm used to paying like $1 and something. So I finally bought a dozen of eggs since I had cake mix, I had tuna fish. They said that liquor be in there cooking eggs, but nope, I don't like it like that either. Build. What's all this? One. I'm gonna put it here. And collard green. Yeah, I can cook that. Catfish, collard greens, and cornbread. I can cook that. I think I got some catfish in my fridge, I believe. Yeah, I do. Yep. I got flour on all on my tea kettle. My eggnog. This is hazelnut coffee with coffee cream. I don't eat no eggnog. I drink no eggnog. They don't even have that in stores this time of year, I don't think. I don't know. Oh, they do? They drink it black, or they put some sugar in it and cream in it. Can you drink a cup? Can you drink a cup full? I know some of that should be too strong. You can't stomach it. Ooh, that's that stuff just open you all the way up. I don't like it like that either. Oh, is it the tea? Oh man. You know I'm not a tea lover like that anyway. I drink it if I'm sick, but I'm not a tea lover like that. But to actually think of drinking tea and it's dark, nope. I really ain't gonna drink it because I'm not a tea lover now. It's Arabic tea. Mmm. I know it. I can't drink no dark chocolate. Dark nothing. Chocolate, coffee, tea. Oh. So if they eat it with their sweets, that's probably balance it out a little bit. Because like if I'm getting something sweet, I don't put all that cream and sugar in my coffee. Because that's just too much. So they might do that to balance it out. I know. I didn't think I didn't start drinking coffee until out later. But like in my 20s and 30s, I was like, oh, that's nasty. It's bitter. I never did drink coffee until later. I guess when I made that cup of coffee the right way, and that's when I started liking it. Okay, vanilla. With some type of flavoring in there. Get understand that part. Yeah, it has to be sweet. I bought some ice cream. I think it's caramel English toffee. And that stuff is sweet. Oh, ice cream should be that sweet. It should be illegal. Ice cream that doggone sweet. Mm-mm. I said, woo. Just like you basically got to stick with the brand that you know. And that's Haagen-Dazs. Because anytime you eat that, excuse me, that's going to be right. But when you're trying to switch brands because it's a little cheaper, you just waste your money at that point. Time is winding down. Yeah, yeah. Oh, do they? I bet you, is the ice cream really good? Sometimes work. then the thing about it, you go to work, you got to deal with it. When you come home, it's there. But your kids is grown. This just don't make sense. Ain't making sense with that. It's like if you don't watch it, your whole life will be dealing with that. You gotta have some type of peace sometime. Enjoy your easy. Can't be all that chaos. Kids yelling, leave me alone. He looking at me. This all day, just petting. Then they do stuff. One child, he picks and do stuff. Then when them kids bust him up, he'll try to run out and go tell them people in that front office. But he don't tell what he do. Tell the child, you dangerous. He ain't number kid, what, first grade. So you dangerous. You need to, when you leave out of here, you need to go and tell them what you do. Don't go back and tell them nothing that somebody did to you. You tell them what you did first and why they hit you because you hit them. Then that stuff, then the parents be up there. You know. Oh, so-and-so hit Leroy. Leroy need to tell you they hit first. All that old stuff like that. He do that every time. Soon, you know, he hit somebody. Soon they, boom, he gonna run and tell somebody in that front office. Hello, Twinner. And like I said, you need to go and tell what you did first. And see, and like I said, that's how they parents and they folks be running up to the school because the kids go home and tell untruths. It was I'm trying to pin my hair up. I think I did a bad job. Should have left it alone. They had some activities at the school where they call it what they call that stuff? A listening party. Like they put on the headphones and they dancing the music. It was a class that could not go because of behavior. So I sat there and I looked, and there's one little girl, I had her when she was in kindergarten. Now she in 3rd grade. Sweet child, sweet little girl. Don't bother nobody. Very nice and kind. Parents raised her right. I sat there and looked. I said, dang, why she couldn't go to the party? Because what the teacher did, since the whole class was the problem, could nobody go. And I went and thought, and my mind went back to when my kids was little, when y'all was little. That wouldn't have flew with me. I remember that time it was at middle school. And there was an activity up there. Once again, the class would act up and do all type of stuff. So the teacher said, ain't none of y'all going. Then you're like, wait a minute. Is my child up here running around in class? Is my child hitting people? Is my child up here not doing their work? Why will my child be caught up in that group of them knuckleheads? Oh no, I wasn't having that. I remember I went to that principal and I told her I'm very disappointed. I said, because, and I'm not just speaking of that on my child. I'm speaking for all them other ones in that room. They should not punish that whole class because if you got some in here don't know how to act, but you got students in here do what they're supposed to do. They shouldn't have to suffer from that. I got that cleared up. Never had that problem no more. You don't do kids like that. And I said to the little girl, I told her, she always come on, she sat by me. I said, you go home and tell your parent. I said that you weren't allowed to go to the listening party. Because it's wrong. It's really wrong. You don't do that. I'm going to make you suffer because no. We ain't doing that one. And that's why when you have kids on all fronts, when they come home from school, or if they coming home from friend houses or whatever they do, that's why when those children tell you stuff, you can't be too quick to brush them kids off. You have to listen to them. I was watching an episode of Forensic Files or something like that. Yeah, and it was something in school as well. And that was terrible. And gonna brush the child off, and that child had to. Nope. You gotta listen. Whether that stuff might be true or not, you have to listen. You know, I see a lot of that. You have a child, and they have an age, and they had cramps. You can't be that parent. You gotta get up out of here. Especially, you know, you done had that stuff, and you know how that stuff felt. So, that's my stance on all of that stuff. I wasn't trying to see the cloud in and out. I wanted to go sit on that patio and stuff, because the folks haven't started really grilling yet. But over here, a lot of folks start really like later on in the afternoon. I did mine yesterday, started around 9, 10 o'clock. I'm an early person. I do it and get it over with and I'm done. But I want to go out there and enjoy my easy on my patio while they haven't started grilling yet, because I don't want to smell like no smoke. I don't want to be hollering, yelling kids. I want to just be relaxed. You know, y'all can take a book out there and just relax and get some vitamin D. But it's not warm. I had said, well, I'm going to go out there around 12 because the sun be straight up in the sky around noon. I went out there, quick as I went out there, as quick as I ran back in the house. It was cold out there, that wind. So I'm going to try again. But that sun have to be a little bit more on that patio, because I almost have to be sitting in the sun in order for me to stay out there. I had some puzzles I need to put together, all that stuff. I was watching a little TV. Water. Was watching a little TV and I cut it off. Wow. And you got the air on. I see, I can't. This just goes to show you. Other people is hot, then you got other people is really cold. But they having a bunch of festivals downtown. They having a music festival down there. A lot of people down there, but they had to stand out in the cold. Well, once they start dancing, because when they start playing that music, they all go wild down there. So they probably got heated up. Oh. I hear the birds out there so pretty. Oh. 110? Dang. And see, you can't even do nothing in that type of weather. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like if you grill, because I had to do that yesterday. When I lit that grill, I had to stay in the house. Peep out there every now and then go and turn my chicken wings over. Mm-mm. This whether you be in and out the house or you be standing somewhere up in the sun. But a lot of people, I seen them getting their stuff on, the party nets and stuff like that. What is that? Chenshai is 84. See, that's comfortable. That's comfortable weather there. Because you can sit in the shade, it is 84. Some people would say that's too hot. But to me, that's comfortable. You can sit out there with your short sleeve on and just be comfortable. But not now. And then you don't want to complain too much because it's going to get a time when it's going to be like 90 degrees. Then you're going to be complaining and stuff like that. So I don't want to too much complain. But just like almost 2 weeks of 50-degree weather, rain and the wind high is, I don't know. See, that's more tolerable than that 110 or 52 degrees outside. I bet, because if it's like that now, it's probably going to be a sting bath. And folks have to deal with that weather every day. I bet you don't see nobody burn you up. But that's good. Because you have to. Because other way, you wouldn't be able to survive like that every day in that smothering heat. Mm. You had Taco Bell? And it's 110 out? Wow. But they Taco Bell probably not like our Taco Bell. That Taco Bell, ooh, you gotta be home when you eat that stuff. No. Yeah, food poison. All them beans. Mm-mm. That's the thing I wouldn't eat in no 100 and something. Yep, I bet you was. Oh, you got it delivered. Yeah, I bet you was at home with that ear on and at home. What you get, a bean burrito? You got a bean burrito? I like those. It's called, I don't know that they have it. It's called beefy cheese burrito. Oh, beefy, one of them beans in there. I like the beef. I like bean burrito though. I like the pizza. I don't like soft taco. I like hard taco. Beef taco, yep. Mm-hmm. I don't like soft taco. I like a crunch. Authentic. Tastes better than me. Did I make hard tacos or soft tacos when y'all was little? Yeah. That's why they make it like that. That's for the kids. No hard. Mm-mm. Even Doritos, kids, meatballs, Doritos. You gotta be careful with that when you got kids. I used to like meatballs a long time ago, but because it's like processed, like a processed ball. All that stuff in there. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna do that either. There's too much meat packed up like that. Nope. I ain't cooking this. I don't cook like that no way. Not no more. Definitely ain't no homemade meatball. I don't think I never cooked that. Just balled up meat like that. Then you have to cook it right because you don't be pink in the inside. Mm-mm. I just make a smash burger and it's done in the inside. Nope, I don't think I made that because they were dangerous for kids. Turn around, they be choking off that stuff. Yeah, I was telling a coworker that they had that stuff all the time at work. I said, I don't think I never made meatballs. My kids were little because you basically got to sit there and watch them eat it. You got to cut it. That stuff is dangerous. Yep, poultry. Yeah, that's what I cook now. The same thing. Poultry and seafood. I had me some catfish, but mainly poultry I did. And that red meat, cause that stuff sit in your stomach. And then it seems like when you eat it like that, it take a long time for you to digest. So you like all that time that, you just, I don't know. Mm-mm. Then poultry was a little cheaper than those meats. Like people, I made me some roast potatoes. That stuff sound good, but that stuff sit in your stomach. You love pot roast? I think me and they get this called gout, and they said this contribute to the eating a lot of red meat. Then you see feet get growth on it. You reach out, I want a big giant burger. I want a big giant burger. Tell me all the steak. Can't eat that stuff. Steak. Can't eat that stuff. I like the kids. I like the kids. I got outside. Baby, oh, baby, oh. I wonder where Clyde at. What time is it? That time moving. Baby, hold on. Baby, be strong. Well, you guys, I'm about to go and sit on my patio. I think the sun done moved up. Because I see these kids done started to come outside, and I want to beat all that. Just sit out there for a few minutes and get some vitamin D. And I thank you for coming in and seeing about me. And you all have a blessed rest of your Sunday. And I will be chatting with you later. And bye-bye. Bye-bye, yours truly, Jeannie. I'll be catching with you later. And I love you, little girl.